Hey there, welcome to the video. Now if you're new here, I'm guessing you're looking for smart ways to make money online, and Amazon KDP might just be the opportunity that you've been waiting for. So whether you're a seasoned publisher or someone just getting started, today's video is packed with value because today I'm going to be showing you 5 KDP word search niches that can make you $1,000 and more per month. Now this video is part 2 of my series on KDP word search niches, so if you haven't seen part 1 yet, don't worry. You can click the marker on top of this video or find the link in the description below to check it out later. But for now, stick with me because these 5 niches are going to give you the same or even better profit potentials as the ones covered in part 1. Before we get started, I want to address something that I hear a lot. Many of you tell me that you feel overwhelmed or even a little lost when it comes to starting with Amazon KDP. And I get it, it can feel like there's so much to learn and you don't even know where to begin. But that's why I created the KDP Royalty Roadmap. This is my completely free step-by-step guide that shows you how to publish your first low or medium content book with zero prior experience. It's designed to make your KDP journey simple and actionable so you can focus on what really matters, which is building your business and earning those royalties. So if this sounds like you, I'll leave the link down below. Now, if this is your first time here, my name is Jeff, and this channel is all about becoming self-sufficient when it comes to making money online, whether it be through Amazon KDP or other online businesses. So if this sounds interesting to you, feel free to give it a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and turn on that notification bell so you can be notified whenever I release a new video. With that being said, let's get right to it. All right, so let's talk about why these niches are worth your time. The word search niches that I'm about to share have been thoroughly researched using my 3-step process. And what does that mean for you? Well, it means that they all have low competition, high demand, and real profit potential that could be generating you an extra $1,000 and more per month in passive income. Now, the first word search niche that we have for today is the inspirational word search puzzle book for adults. Now, the very first thing that I look at when I'm looking at these niches is going to be with the search results, because this is going to tell me how much competition there is in any given niche. And so we see total results of 1,463. Typically, I like to look for about 1,000 and below. And so this actually satisfies my first step. So if you've watched all my other videos, you know that with my 3-step process, I look for competition with about 1,000 search results and less. The next one has to do with KDP books and seeing what type of demand there is in the market for this type of word search. So in order to see that, we're going to go through the first page of Amazon, and I'm going to skip all the sponsored products because I don't like to look at listings where publishers have paid to kind of boost their books up the search rankings. I'm going to look for KDP books. So here's one right here, independently published, which means it's a KDP book, has a bestsellers rank of 8,307. And I'm going to look for 3 types of this type of book. So we need to find 2 more. The next one, independently published with a bestsellers rank of 265,000. So that's 2 books. This one, independently published with a bestsellers rank of 121,000. So I know there's already enough demand here, but I also like to look at what else is here, how much more demand there is. We have another one right here, 36,000 BSR, another one at 230,000, 28,000. This one's at 294,000. This one's at 62,000. And so we see a lot of demand here. And if we scroll all the way up, my third step is gonna be the niche score that's provided by Titan's Quick View. And we see 62, so that's above the 50 that I always look for. There's potential for profits here. This is why this niche and all of the niches made it on this list, is because they all satisfy my 3-step process. If we take a look at this book, the inspirational word search for adults, teens, and seniors, we can see it has the #1 bestsellers badge, priced at $8.99, has 100 puzzles. And if we scroll down to look at some A+ content, then we can see what the interior kind of looks like. So here are 2 pages of the interior. You have your simple word search, but they have some artwork on the side. So it adds an element of originality, something that you should always do with your interior so that you can stand out from your competitors. We can see that this type of book includes positive words, it's large print, has inspirational words, and then the puzzle solutions in the back. And if we take this BSR and plug it into a sales calculator, we can see that this book makes about 29 sales per day and an estimated 870 book sales per month. Add that royalty calculator. That equates to about $90 per day in estimated royalties. and about $2,700 per month in estimated royalties. Now, if we take a look at some of the reviews, I like going to the reviews to see if there's any place where I can actually improve upon a book that's already selling well. This one, mostly 5 stars, 85%. We're not going to see a lot of bad reviews here, but let's go ahead and look at what customers say. So this book is fun and challenging. They appreciate the positive words and affirmations. Book is described as a great gift for work teams trying to maintain an upbeat mentality. So that's another idea, is that you can create this type of book as a gift for work teams. The color scheme and the border around each puzzle allow coloring in, making it more of a coloring book than a word search book. So that's what I was saying, is they added an element of originality. So this border area right here, the customer can actually color it in. So it's not just a word search, but it turns into a coloring book as well without actually having to add too much work. Now, if we take a look at another book, this one is an anxiety relief word search with inspirational puzzles. So let's take a look at the interior here. And as you can see with this interior, there is a border, but this is not a coloring element. But this also adds an element of originality, which is something that you should always add in your interiors. So this one says, take a deep breath, don't cry because it's over, smile because it happened. And then here are your words. A very simple word search book. I've made a couple videos on my channel that I'll link in the description below if you want to learn how to create this type of word search. But basically it's simple. It doesn't take that much time. Really what you want to do is add your elements of originality so that you can stick out from your competition and maybe find another sub niche or another type of theme that people really enjoy. Now the next niche we have is going to be the classic TV word search book. Right away, we see total results 123, so very low competition here. We have the exact match, which basically means how many books are ranking for this exact keyword in their title. Only 2 out of 16. And then how many books are independently published here on the first page? We see 14. The average bestsellers rank 900,000, average reviews 61, and the average price $9.98. And then we see a niche score of 53. So that's above the 50 that I look for. So let's look at some of these books. This is a sponsored product, but it is selling very well at 34,000. This book right here is independently published with a bestsellers rank of 33,000. This one is that same book up top here. This is the sponsored product. So this is the actual organic ranking, ranked at 34,000. We have another one right here ranked at 212,000. So that's already 3 books that satisfy that demand portion. We have another book here, 222,000. So we see there's enough demand here to put up a book in this niche. And the thing about this niche is that the total results is only 123. So you're not really competing with a lot of other books. To try to get on the first page of Amazon, you're going to have a very good chance at landing on the first 2 pages of Amazon so that your book can be seen and it can be sold. If we take a look at this book right here, the classic TV word search book for adults, we can see that it's large print, nostalgic fun for adults and seniors, and it's priced at $11.97, so a little bit higher than the average price for this type of book. So if we look at this royalty calculator right here, we see that with that list price of $11.97, that 119 page count, the standard royalty per book sold that goes to the publisher is $4.90, nearly $5, with the extended distribution of $2.51. And typically with KDP books, you're looking for anywhere from $1 to $3 as the standard royalty. So this one being $5, almost $5. And we can see the breakdown right here. 19% goes to printing costs. That's $2.28. 40% is your Amazon fees. So that's $4.79. And you get the leftover, which is 40.9% at $4.90. Now, if we take a look at the A+ content, we're going to see some of the previews here of the interior. Once again, some borders, so an added element of originality. And then you have your typical word search that's just based off of this theme. And I can see one picture right here of the full interior. So this book specifically is going to be your favorite shows of the 50s, 60s, 70s, and 80s. Hence why this is the classic TV word search book. So you can actually use AI or ChatGPT or whatever you like to come up with these words. And it's not going to take a lot of time because you're really just going to ask it and just copy and paste them into another program. Once again, if you want to learn how to create these word search books, I'll leave the link down below on the video that I made. Now we can see with the bestsellers rank of 33,296 that this book sees an estimated royalties of $44 per day, which is about $1,324 per month from a single book. Now the next niche we have is the mindfulness and relaxation word search puzzles book. Once again, very low total results, which basically means very low competition here. There are no exact matches. So if you want to try to make a book with this exact title, you might be the first one to have the exact match. 13 independently published books here on the first page. We see an average bestsellers rank of 1 million. Average reviews of 179, and then average price of $9.11. Niche score of 53, so above that 50 that I'm looking for. Now, when we go through the books here, we can see here's one mindfulness word search for adults, independently published with a bestsellers rank of 138,000. And then we have another one right here, also independently published with a bestsellers rank of 170,000. And then we keep scrolling. We have a few more books here, and then there's one here ranked at 46,000. So that's already 3 books that satisfy demand. If we take a look at this book, this one's called Mindfulness, Serene and Calming Word Search Puzzles for Adults to Keep Your Mind Peaceful and Positive. The first thing I noticed, 4.8 out of 5 rating, 87% 5-star. So whatever this publisher did to create their book is very, very well received with a price point of $9.99. And this one is 100 puzzles, solutions on the last pages. Now, if we scroll down to look at the A+ content, here is some of that. Stocking stuffer, entertaining, 100 puzzles. These are all a good way to basically add more information about your book, because sometimes the sample, if we check out the sample right here, can be quite limited. So if we scroll through here, we might or might not see some of these. We actually have one right here, the first puzzle. We can see exactly what it looks like. They have a nice background and then a very nice looking puzzle, even though it's just a basic word search puzzle. Here's the second one, here's the third one. So actually a lot of pages in the sample, which sometimes the sample doesn't do. But with the A+ content, you can see even more information. Off-screen activity, learn by playing, on the go solutions put on the last pages. Now, if you notice with the mindfulness theme, there's a quote on the top. There's a quote on the top. This one says, "Be present in this moment." And if you notice the words that they use, aware, calm, connection, focus, healing, centering, harmony, inhale, relax, silence. It's all words that relate to mindfulness. With a short quote, take a deep breath and let go of tension. And then all the words all relate to mindfulness. Now, if we take that bestsellers rank, plug it into the book sales calculator, we can see that it equates to about $25 per day in estimated royalties and $767 per month in estimated royalties, which is really good when you're talking about just one book, because typically you're going to have dozens and dozens and dozens of books. Some sell well, some don't, but at the end of the month, all of those royalties are going to add up, and it can add up to something even more substantial. Now, the next niche we have is the word search activity book for kids ages 8 to 12. Total results, 1,418, a little bit more competitive than the previous 2 niches, but it's still good. It still satisfies my first step. And you're still gonna have a decent chance at getting your book ranked on the first page of Amazon, especially because the average bestsellers rank 71,000. It's gonna be worth it if you do get on the first or second pages of Amazon, because people are really buying up these books. As you can see, the average reviews a little bit higher, 545, which tells me that people are actually buying these books, leaving reviews. That's all a good sign. Average price, $7.95. 0 exact matches for this keyword in these books' titles, which you could probably take advantage of if you wanted to, and 11 independently published books. So not a lot of KDP books here. Niche score, we see 61. So let's go through some of these books. Here's one, Ultimate Activity Book for Kids ages 8 to 12, has a BSR of 13,000. This one right here, independently published, bestsellers rank 12,000. And then this one right here with a bestsellers rank of 35,000. And I'm sure there's going to be even more books that are selling very well. This one's at 19,000. This one's at 33,000. As you can see, very low BSRs. This one is at 67,000. We have this Ultimate Puzzles for Kids at 251,000, just recently published. And then we have this one right here at 86,000 and even more. So as you can see, a ton of demand here for this type of word search book. If we take a look at this book, this is the word search for kids ages 10 to 12. It's not 8 to 12, but you could probably replicate this book and just title it 8 to 12. It's close enough in age that I don't think 2 years is going to make that much of a difference. 100 word puzzles for kids, priced at $7.99 with an average rating of 4.8 out of 5. So this is actually a good book to look into and kind of see what they're doing right. If we look at the sample, so here's the cover. The covers of these types of books are very, very easy to put together because it's basically just the word search in the middle, and then you add some cool elements around it, add some nice font. It's very simple to make. And then if we look at one of the interiors, well, they don't have it. See, this is exactly what I was talking about. The sample is quite limited and it doesn't really show all of the interiors for all of the books. That's why we self-publishers rely on the A+ content, which is right here, because it allows us to actually show the interiors of the books without having to worry and hope that Amazon will show it in the sample. Although this publisher doesn't really do a good job about that because there are no interiors. However, this is just a word search book, so people don't really need to see the interiors to understand what type of book it is. But as we can see, this one says quiet activities for travel, independent learning, and 100 educational themes based on historic time periods, anatomy, geography, and many more. So this gives you an idea of what the themes are. If we plug that BSR into this book sales calculator, we're going to get $47 per day in estimated royalties, which equates to about $1,427 per month in estimated royalties. Now, the last niche we have for today is the Spanish word search for seniors. Total results, we see 594. So this is actually a good number in between 0 and 100. We're going to notice that there is some competition. So most likely publishers are actually seeing that there are profits in this niche, but the exact match, 4 out of 48. There are 42 independently published books here. Average bestsellers rank 514,000 with the reviews at 125 and the average price $8.68. However, the niche score is at 60. Now, if we scroll down at some of these books, the first thing that you want to take note of is that these are in Spanish. So like this Spanish word search ranked at 26,000. The puzzles inside are going to be Spanish words. This one right here ranked at 30,000. This one is a large print, adults and seniors. We have another one, extra large print, big font at 156,000. These three books already satisfied demand. And then we have this one right here, a 4-in-1 collection, 227 pages. As you can see, language Spanish, but bestsellers rank 62,000. Another one, 58,000. This one's at 240,000. Another one, 136,000. Basically, every book is satisfying that demand portion. 49,000. This one's at 251,000. When I see this type of results where pretty much every book is ranking very low, as well as the competition is quite low at 594, it tells me that there's real potential here for profits, and it's not going to be that hard to rank my book on the first or second pages of Amazon, just so I can take part in the action, just like these guys right here. And the other thing that I'm noticing is that the themes of these Spanish word search books all vary. So there's a lot of opportunity here. As you see, this one's based on the Bible. This one is just more of a generic adults and seniors. If we keep scrolling down, we have different themes right here. You have 3-in-1 books. You have anxiety relief in Spanish. So there's a lot of themes that you can go after. If we take a look at this one, we can see that it's fully in Spanish, and the only English words are Spanish word search for adults, large print, 4.7 out of 5 rating. And then everything else is in Spanish, as you can see here. The hardcover is also offered on this book at $16.99. Paperback is $8.99. And then looking at the A+ content, we can see the interiors right here. So they put 2 puzzles on one page to kind of get more out of the book. And then if we keep going down, they actually have this module right here that actually promotes more of their other books, which is actually really good if you want to boost the sales of your books. And if we take that bestsellers rank, plug it into the book sales calculator, that's going to be about $38 per day in estimated royalties and $1,167 per month in estimated royalties. If you like this video and you want a part 3 of word search niches, let me know by smashing that like button. Let's get this video to 200 likes and I'll create a part 3. Also, don't forget about my KDP royalty roadmap. It's my free guide that helps you step by step on creating your first or low medium content book on Amazon KDP. So if you haven't seen it already, you haven't downloaded it, the link is down below. If you have any questions, let me know, and don't forget to subscribe and turn on that notification bell, as well as follow me on all my socials at JeffSetLife. With that being said, thanks for watching. Bye for now.